I'm at the beginning of a series of videos on books that stick in my brain, and I'm starting with a number of videos on James Jordan's Through New Eyes, which is the book that sticks most in my brain, the book that's provided the most of the mental furniture of my brain, and it's occupied so much of my brain that all the other books are kind of on the bookshelf of my brain, but Through New Eyes has provided the floor plan for my brain, and everything else kind of fits into that. It's because Through New Eyes provides us with an understanding of the scriptures and an understanding of the world. Jim, I think, would proudly identify himself as a biblicist. He doesn't believe that we can come to theological or moral conclusions or develop political systems just relying on our study of the world or study of nature. He doesn't believe in natural law in that sense. He believes that the Bible is the guide for all of life, and he would proudly describe himself as a biblicist. But that label, which I'm also proud to accept, can be misunderstood, and it has to be understood in Jim's work and in mine in the light of a kind of Ventilian or John Framian understanding of the relationship between natural and special revelation. Natural and special revelation are not two kind of zones of revelation that occupy separate realms of life, but they're entangled with each other. Frame makes the point that we can't really apply the Bible at all unless we know something about the world that we're trying to apply it to. We need to know what the facts on the ground are, as it were, to even to know what part of the Bible to apply. And so we can't use the scriptures without knowing something about the world. And we should be constantly checking our understanding of the world and revising our understanding of the world and renewing our understanding of the world by going back to the scriptures. The scriptures guide us. The scriptures are the spectacles that help us to see the world rightly. So there's this kind of interactive, as Frame would call it, there's a kind of perspectival relation between natural and special revelation. And that's really a key theme of Through New Eyes. What Jim is doing is not just helping us to understand the Bible and biblical symbolism, but he's helping us to understand how we can look at the world through the lens of that biblical symbolism, and how we can see everything as a revelation of God. Because it's a revelation of God, it's a revelation of God's image. Everything that we encounter tells us something about ourselves as well as about God. And then the world itself is kind of a forest or network of symbols, one thing symbolizing another. God is a rock, man is a tree, and all kinds of inanimate objects, trees and mountains and altars and temples are all various kinds of ladders to heaven that connect heaven and earth, that are mediators between heaven and earth. So Through New Eyes allows us to see the creation rightly. And I think one of the things this did, especially when I first read Through New Eyes, was just dazzle me with the revelation of God that's in the creation. I'm dazzled by the revelation of God in the scriptures. I delight in that revelation. But Through New Eyes teaches us to read the Bible in a way that leaves us dazzled by the grandeur of God that's found in everything. Everywhere we go, we can't escape the revelation of God. And what Jim provides in Through New Eyes is not just that general point, but very specific ways that the Bible helps us to understand. We see a stone, and that is designed to bring our minds to God. We see a tree, and that's designed to teach us something about ourselves. Not only to delight in the tree, surely, but also to see God's glory revealed there, and also something about ourselves and our calling before God. Through New Eyes is a deeply creationist book, and it's one of the best books for understanding a Christian understanding of the world, for developing a Christian understanding of the world and a Christian understanding of creation, not just an understanding of the Bible.